Hello, everyone. My guest today is Michael Cooney. He started his first business in 1999 in South Africa and is still in operation today. He personally moved to the UK in 2001 to have a more politically stable business base, and then moved to the USA in 2006 as his US-based clients began to increase. Over the years, he morphed from an industrial directory to a digital marketing agency. In 2014, a co-founder and he began discussing how to solve lead tracking and reporting problem with marketing clients. They officially launched WhatConverts in March 2015. Michael, you ready to take us to the top?
I'm ready.
All right. So is WhatConverts an agency or is it a SaaS play?
It's a SaaS play, yeah.
Okay.
It was born out of the agency. So I was running a digital marketing agency at the time. And I mentioned the industrial directory because our business model was generating leads. And tracking those leads has always been a pain. So This has been a problem I've dealt with for the last 20 years. And eventually, my co-founder, he used to work for me, and then he went away to the corporate world and he didn't like it. And he came back and he said, "Hey, Michael, I don't want to work for you, but I want to work with you." So I said, you know what, if we can solve this lead tracking problem, and I was already using call tracking from another provider, but it wasn't solving the complete lead tracking management and reporting problems that agencies have and individual clients. So we got together, he took a look at it, and we were able to figure it out. And
how much equity? How much equity did you give him?
Oh, we shared it. I don't see it as me giving him. We started a new company where we both got 50-50.
50-50 equity split. Okay, that's gutsy. And what year was that? When did you launch?
Well, we started in 2014, but we launched March 2015.
Okay, so how long you spent? About a year on your MVP. How much cash did you guys spend getting it built before your first dollar of revenue?
Jeremy kept consulting, so we didn't burn any cash. I kept on running my agency. I had a team. So I love having a team because it allows you to do more things. So I was able to continue getting an income from the agency while we built WhatConverts.
I see. How much agency money did you pour into WhatConverts, if any?
None.
Oh, yeah. None. Two separate businesses.
Yeah. It was just purely as soon as we started getting clients and charging, that's when the transactions came. So the only cost really was a bit of hosting space and our time to build it.
That's amazing. Okay, so launched back in 2014, 50-50 equity split with your co-founder. What are customers paying you today on average to use the technology?
So we have customers from $30 a month all the way up to several $1,000s a month. But if you take the average across everyone, it's around $180 to $200 a month. And
which cohort are you more excited about, the enterprise folks or the $30 a month folks?
Both.
Good answer. We got a politician on today. Good answer, Michael.
No, we love the income from the high level guys because they just drive a lot of volume. And once they set up, it doesn't take much to keep them going. But we also like the lower level guys. We don't like having our eggs in one basket where you got, too much money coming from a few players.
How large is your largest contract?
In terms of monthly or annual?
ACV, yeah. We're talking like $100,000 or something like that.
Yeah, north of $100,000.
Okay, got it. Very okay. So you do then potentially have like your top 5 customers make up into something like 80% of your revenue. You could see power laws there.
I wouldn't say 80%. Okay. They're probably 20 to 15%. No, 10 to 15% around about there.
Okay, fair enough.
But then we do like a lot of the agencies who are several $100s to $1,000. That's a nice sweet spot for us.
Yep.
But we also know that the smaller companies become bigger companies, and they introduce us to new people. So we treat all our customers the same. Everybody gets the same support. We treat them as people, and we don't have a support team. We have a solution provider. Well, we're solution providers. So everybody that comes in, we want to make sure we solve not their call tracking or lead tracking problems. We want to solve the objective of what they're trying to achieve.
It all makes sense. And so with that kind of focus, how many customers are you now serving today?
So direct customers, you're looking at a little over 1,000.
11,000?
1,000.
Oh, 1,000. Okay.
So it's 1,000. We're north of 1,000 customers, but we serve around 15,000 companies. So what happens is like we'll have agencies, some agencies have several hundred clients. So our software is great for agencies. We have a 3-level account structure. So you as an agency can manage, 1,000, 2,000 clients, if you like, with our product.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, even though we have 1,000 direct paying customers, we serve 15,000 companies.
And do those agencies, have you recruited them to sell your product and then you get a cut of the sale?
We really give them the tools. We plan on improving that, with the partner program. But at the moment, we sort of give them the tools and,
So they buy one subscription and then they can sell it through to the end customer. You don't sell them like a number of seats that they can resell to customers.
No,
I see.
Not at this stage.
Okay.
That's part of our future plans, but it's not available yet.
Yep. Okay. So $200 a month average ARPU, 1,000 direct customers. You guys are around 200 grand a month in revenue. Is that right?
We're getting there. Just a little shy of that.
Okay. How shy? Like how much did you do last month?
Just under 180.
So you're so close. You got a couple more days before 2020 closes out. You think you can break 200 or no?
No. Normally November and December are flat months. October is a good month. So I don't think we'll break through 200. But I mean, I don't know if I mentioned to you, it's just like we've been doing this for 5 years and it still feels like we're just getting started.
Yep.
The potential of our product and how, the product is so much better than our marketing. And so, this next year, we're really excited about where we're going.
Now, have you guys raised capital or you're bootstrapped?
We're bootstrapped, yeah.
We love that, which means, so are you profitable today, taking out profits and dividends, or are you reinvesting everything? You're operating at break even?
Yeah, we do take dividends. We do take profit out. And also with our team, we like to take a percentage of the profits and distribute it as well.
Oh, you have to share this. Michael, this is by far, it's one of the top questions I get. Bootstrap founders with profitable businesses want to launch their own profit sharing programs to reward their employees, but they're always not sure how to set it up. I mean, to the extent you can share, can you talk to us about how you set that up? Of $180,000 that comes in every month, how much goes out to teammates?
Well, we're currently doing an annual one. We're looking at quarterly, but yeah, from the overall profit that gets in, we definitely take a slice of that and then we distribute it to the team. And then we do have a calculation based on how long the team members have been with us. It's skewed. So if you've been with us longer, you get more. And then also based on your salary, there's an adjustment.
So let's just role play for a second. Let's say you finish this year. I mean, how much profit do you think you'll finish this year with?
300,000.
Okay, so let's say I've been with you for 2 years. Walk me through what am I calculating in my head? How much of the 300 grand am I going to get probably?
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, that's a bit sensitive because it gets down to team members and who gets what and all that. So I don't want to.
So you can't do a hypothetical with me.
Yeah, so I mean hypothetical. Yeah, I'm not comfortable.
That's okay. What's the structure though? Is it a fixed rate or is it like if you've been, we have a 100% pool to distribute. The pool is 300. Employee one who's been here the longest, you're getting X percent, or is it a flat rate, not a percentage of the 300?
It's a percentage of the.
I see. Okay.
So we take a slice of the 300, we set it aside, and that purely goes to the employees, and then. Well, we say team members, not employees. And then that is split based on how long they've been with us and their compensation level.
I see. Okay. And so you add it all up, it'll equal 100% right across the full team.
Yeah.
I
exactly.
see. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
I mean, we look at, what's the stock options or share options and all that, but we just found that as the income comes in and as we're profitable, we want it to go direct to them.
Yep.
I'm tired of the stories of people that get stock options and then they get nothing.
They're not worth anything. Yeah. How many people are on the team today?
There's 8.
8 of you guys. How many engineers?
2.
2. Okay. And are you planning to stay bootstrapped or any plans to raise?
We, at the moment, bootstrapped. We do want to increase the team. We're adding on a sales side to it to increase the team size. So we're looking to add about 4 people in the next year.
Do you need to raise to support that growth? And if so, how much do you think you'd raise?
We don't need to raise to support that growth, but we're sort of looking at the stage now where if we can see a path where increasing or getting capital that will generate additional revenue or help us meet those aggressive goals, and that we can effectively allocate that capital that's productive, I think for the first time we're looking up and saying, you know what, that may make sense.
Yep.
So we're healthy. We think we can grow, like adding the 4 team members and increasing our campaigns and all that with what we currently do from profit. But we're thinking we may want to be more aggressive now.
And Michael, do you have any quota carrying sales reps or no?
No,
No,
not yet.
Got it.
We're in the process of seeking them out at the moment.
So how do you set up? I mean, hiring that first salesperson is a big step. What quota do you put them at?
Your pro reports helped a lot.
I was thinking a ton about this last week, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that came at the right time, and I like the overall total earnings. Like 5 times, quota to get the. So if we sort of round, getting the base at 50K and then enabling them to double that, I like that model. We did connect with somebody who's a VP of sales at another SaaS company that's been through this growth period that we're going through, and he's currently consulting with us, and he'll be setting up those initial team members.
Oh, that's great. Now, obviously sales reps are great, but if customers don't stick, they just churn, right? So what's your churn rate look like today?
Yeah, I got this wrong the last time I was on your thing. I said 5%, and then you said, well, that's 60% annually. So I looked at this, and our current churn rate is like 1.8%.
Monthly.
On a monthly basis. But when I look at it annually, it's like 4%, 4.5%. And
okay, so how does that work?
Well, I was trying to figure that out, and I didn't get to put enough time into it. But basically, when you're looking at the monthly churn rate, it's basically how many you had at the beginning and how many you have at the end. So of the people sign up. So normally when people sign up, the biggest drop off is in the first month.
Yep.
So they start off as a trial, they become customers, and then we may get a little bit of drop off. And then once they get past month 3, they're pretty much sticking for a longer period. So that's why, I can see it, there's a 1.8% total drop off in the first month, but then over the year, it may extend to, 4.5%.
Yeah. So really what you're saying is, this all comes down to what you're putting in the denominator when you're calculating churn, right? Are you looking at only the last 30 days sign up and then how many of those first 30 days churned, which would be a different churn rate than if you're looking at your total customer base and how many churned over the last 30 days, because the numerator in that case would include ones you just signed up this month that then churn in the first 30 days and then make the number way lower. Yeah.
I think that's the case. We look at the total, then what we add to the total and what was lost in total.
Yeah. If you just take a snapshot of exactly 1 year ago, your total paid accounts, and then subtract gross revenue churn. So if you're doing $100,000 a month 1 year ago and only counting those customers, so ignore new customers added, just the 100K from last year. Let's say you go down to 90K, so 10K a month churned, but then you expand the ones that stick with you and they add another 20K a month. Then you have net revenue retention of 110% effectively.
Yeah.
Do you look at those numbers?
No, and I want to, but we don't look at them yet. But we have really good expansion revenue.
So what is it?
I don't know, but it's good.
That's the quote of the year. I don't know, but it's good. I don't know what it is, but I know it's good. All right.
No, I mean, we have a chart that we see, and as customers come on, we see, like they start on a $200 a month account, and then they, next thing they're $1,000 a month, and then some of them go on to $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
Yeah. And what are you willing to pay to get a new $200 a month customer?
And that's another thing I wish I had better metrics on, but you're probably looking at between 150 to 300.
That's great. I mean, it's a month to a month and a half long payback, right? It's pretty quick.
Yeah. Exactly. So the $30 a month accounts, that they're going to take longer, but we have enough of those that end up paying a lot more.
Yep.
Over time.
If someone came and offered you $7 million all cash up front to sell the company, about a 3.5x multiple, would you sell?
No.
That was quick.
Yeah. There's so much potential in our company. That's why our product and what it is underneath that's not being realized yet. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah. All right. And, Michael, on that note, let's wrap up with the famous 5. Number 1, favorite business book.
I don't have one at the moment. At the moment, I just seek out people I'm wanting to learn from. And
let's talk about that. Who's a CEO you're following or studying?
Again, no in particular. Like just individuals like on Twitter when I find people, and particularly investors. I know last year I said Ben Chestnut, but nah, no one in particular.
Number 3, what's the online tool that you use the most besides your own?
We still use Help Scout a lot.
Yep. Number 4, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
7 to 8.
And situation, married, single, kids?
Married with 3 kids.
Wow, busy guy. And how old are you?
I'm 48.
48. Last question. What's something you wish you knew when you were 20, Michael?
Understand value. Just, if you really understand value, it helps your decision. Yeah, the whole thing. Understand your value, the value of your product, the value that you provide to your customers. If you can understand value, you'll do well.
WhatConverts, guys, just broke a $2 million run rate, doing about $108,000 per month just last month. The lead tracking and reporting platform. Go check them out. Average customer paying $200 a month. Call it 1,000 customers today. They are profitable, which is great. This year, call it $300,000 going to the bottom line. And he incentivizes his team members so they don't get stuck with useless options. It actually has a revenue sharing or profit sharing program. Again, all bootstrapped, fueled the initial MVP while still running his agency as they look to drive those initial 100 customers. Michael, thanks for taking us to the top.
You're welcome. Thank you, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it. And the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.